people get nervous when I walk up to them.
Okay, are you demanding my ID?
Yes.
Have I committed a crime?
You are being
Have I committed a crime? What crime have I committed for you to demand my ID? I think we're going to have a problem. You probably should get somebody out here. That's what you don't get, or you don't care that I'm a public, private citizen.
You are free to go.
No.
You are free to go.
If I'm free to go, then I'm free to stay. Am I right? Right or wrong?
Correct. You can stay right there all you want.
Exactly. Go tell them that.
I already told them that.
That I could stand right here?
Yes.
Then why are you out here trying to trespass me?
On February 5th, 2024, Public Photography was on a sidewalk taking pictures of a tattoo shop called Born This Way Body Arts in Knoxville, Tennessee. He decided to film this particular shop from a public sidewalk because several days earlier, employees of the same shop did this.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you do appreciate it. Do something about it.
I'm on the street.
So am I.
I'm always mind blown when businesses that make a living from engaging in free speech attack other people that are engaging in the same free speech. And Born This Way Body Arts out of Knoxville are those type of people. They spend 13 hours a day putting free speech, like this, all over people's body. But the moment they see someone engaging in free speech from a public sidewalk, their only response is to attack. And the police couldn't be bothered to protect public photography or investigate any type of crime. But when he shows up another day after being a victim from the previous day before, there's only one suspect in mind, and that's him. Let's take a look.
Hello.
What's going on today?
How much? How are you?
Nothing. Just here to answer a call. So you're not in trouble. You're not doing anything wrong.
Folks, I think we're on the same page where the cop logic starts real early in this one. The first thing the cop says to public photography is, hey, listen, you're good. You're not doing anything wrong. Then why is a conversation even taking place? If he's not doing anything wrong, stay in your patrol car.
Okay, thanks.
Just don't want you to be worried about me being here. That's all.
I can promise you I'm not worried at all.
Okay.
I'm not scared. I'm not nervous.
All right. Well.
I definitely haven't done anything wrong.
All right. Well.
So I don't know why you say that. That's weird.
A lot of people get nervous when I walk up to them. A lot of people get nervous when I walk up to them.
How about that for a veiled threat? A lot of people get nervous when I walk up to them. That's not supposed to be a threat. Imagine you're in traffic and you accidentally cut somebody off. Then that same person gets out of the car, armed, walks up to you and says, a lot of people get nervous when they cut me off. How is that supposed to be anything other than a threat? The most hysterical part of the matter is, this cop is the most non-threatening individual I've ever seen. He's like two pencils with hands and feet.
That's all it is.
Okay. Sure.
What's your name, buddy? What's your name?
Why do you need my name?
Because they are formally trespassing you from their property. You are not on their property currently.
Right.
This is saying is that going forward, you are no longer ever allowed to be on their property. Okay?
Okay.
And all I'm doing is document.
I don't need to go on their property, so we don't have to do that.
I do have to do that.
Okay. So is your body cam on?
It is.
Okay. Are you demanding my ID?
Yes.
Have I committed a crime?
You are being
Have I committed a crime? What crime have I committed for you to demand my ID? I think we're going to have a problem. You probably should get somebody out here. It's not the way the trespass law works.
Public photography's right. This cop definitely doesn't know how trespass works, among a lot of other things. Tennessee Code 39-14-405 states, a person commits criminal trespass if the person enters or remains on property, or any portion of property, without the consent of the owner. As you can see from the video, public photography never enters the property. And if he doesn't enter the property, there's no way he could have remained on said property. So there is no reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause to get his identification in order to issue a trespass notice. Long story short, you can't be trespassed from a place that you've never entered, and they can't legally order you not to go back to a place you've never entered. So to demand his ID on those grounds is a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights.
I have not been on their property, right? I'm not going to give you my name. I'm not going to show you my ID. I'm in a public space, standing here. Can I get your name and badge number?
My name's Officer Burkow. Badge number 2390.
Okay.
I have no problem giving that to you.
I mean, is it not your policy? Is it not your policy to give at least one of those? Your department policy? You're supposed to
Department policy to get both of them, and
okay.
Well, then, it wouldn't matter to me either way.
I don't know why you would say that.
I don't understand why you're out here filming this business.
Is it
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. I don't understand why you're out here filming this business. I didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
Bro, what? Cop goes from, I need your ID because you're trespassing, even though you're not trespassing because you never entered the property, to, I didn't say you're doing anything wrong, I just don't understand why you're doing it. But still, let me get that ID. This has to be one of the dumbest cops in America. I mean, this cop is self-admitting that he's out violating people's Fourth Amendment rights. Not because they're doing anything wrong, just because he doesn't understand why they're doing it. I'm just saying this, Knoxville Police Department, talent pool, super shallow. I mean, I never claimed to be a rocket scientist, but maybe he's filming this business from a public place and engaging in his free speech because the business owners assaulted him the day before while they were practicing their free speech because he was practicing his free speech. And the cops didn't see fit to get involved at all until he came back and didn't break the law while they're inside because they did break the law. That was a mouthful.
I said I don't understand, just like you don't understand the things that I'm saying. So, we're on the same page. I said I don't understand, just like you don't understand the things that I'm saying. So, we're on the same page.
What? I understand that you don't understand, that we both don't understand, which creates a misunderstanding. That which was misunderstood is no longer understandable under the same understanding. So we're on the same page. What? Wait, did that really just happen? Knoxville PD? I bet you guys are soups proud.
It's not about being on the same page. I'm in public, right? I haven't been on their property, right? Correct?
They can trespass you without you entering their property. They can trespass you without you entering their property.
No, they can't. We already went over the trespass laws in Tennessee earlier. However, when you read deeper into that law, they use the verbiage remaining after forbidding, which means literally and legally you have to stay on the property that you've entered after they've asked you to leave. So if you haven't stepped foot on the property, you can't be trespassed. Just like a business can never say, hey, that guy over there, he never came foot on the property, but I don't want him to, so I need you to get his ID so we can legally trespass him. And you understand that I understand that there's both understandings, that there's a misunderstanding about the communication of understoodness. Are we still on the same page? Imagine this cop walks up on an unarmed civilian who's doing nothing wrong, and the cop knows he's done nothing wrong, he just doesn't understand why he's done it. So he draws down on him, pop, pop, and then the citizen's laying on the ground and he says, "Sir, I didn't know if maybe there was a misunderstanding, that you didn't understand, that I didn't understand. So maybe at least the coroner will understand. Glad we were on the same page.
I don't know if that... I mean, but I haven't committed a crime, though. I mean, whether they say this or that, me, this guy right here in front of you, has not committed any crimes.
I already told you that, didn't I?
I know, but you're demanding my ID. That's where we have a problem.
Yes, because I have to be able to track who we have notified that they are not allowed on
You've notified me. How about a good citizen?
No, because if they call on you,
can I identify as good citizen?
No.
I can't?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Okay.
If you haven't committed a crime, it's absolutely not illegal to give a false name, or any name that you choose, because you have no legal reason under the Fourth Amendment to give up any name at all. In fact, Section 39-16-303 quotes that you can only be given a failure to ID charge if you fail to give identification to a law enforcement officer after committing a crime. Even this cop agrees that no crime was committed. Just must be another one of those pesky misunderstandings.
I guess you never heard of that. Are you new? Well, I haven't committed any crimes, and I can identify as good citizen if I want to. So I'm in public. That's 3. I mean, what do you got? You gonna violate my rights?
I'm away from my supervisor.
Go ahead. I asked you to get somebody out here before you started asking all these questions. Before we got here, so trying to get. Maybe we should just get educated real quick. You can't demand someone's ID for standing in public, whatever a business owner says. Do you work for them or do you work for the public?
I work for everybody.
Okay, so whose side are you on? Whose side are you on then? Whose side are you on?
I'm on the side of the public.
Okay, well the public hasn't committed any crimes, but you're demanding their ID. Is that not a violation of my rights?
No.
Whoa! Okay. Thank God I'm recording this.
I haven't forced you to do anything, so...
You're demanding my ID.
I haven't forced you to do anything.
But it's the verbiage. That's where you're not getting it. You're demanding it. Am I free to go or am I being detained? Am I free to go?
Did you want to talk to my supervisor?
Am I free to go or am I being detained?
Did you want to talk to my supervisor?
Can I ask a question before that? May I ask you a question? It's transparency, man. Transparency. This is your chance, man. Here it is. This is your chance to represent Knox County. Right here.
I don't work for Knox County.
Whoever, the police department in general across America, they obviously hate you for this right here. You're not being transparent. I'm trying to ask you a question, and you're being evasive. I don't have to. I'm a public citizen in the public. That's what you don't get, or you don't care. That's what you don't get, or you don't care that I'm a public, private citizen.
You are free to go.
No.
You are free to go.
If I'm free to go, then I'm free to stay.
Absolutely love that line in public photography. Shoot me an email and let me know if you got that from me. Here's a quick clip from my first ever audit 5 years ago.
Yeah?
You can walk up and approach anyone.
Is it a Terry stop?
Yeah, it's not a Terry stop, but I can...
Am I detained?
No.
I said I'm free to go.
Yeah.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay, and I can stay right here.
That logic I used 5 years ago has stood the test of time and is now being used today, proving that constitutional logic will always stand the test of time against these idiot tyrants.
Am I right? Right or wrong?
Correct. You can
Okay.
sit right there all you want.
Exactly. Go tell them that.
I already told them that.
That I could stand right here?
Yes.
Then why are you out here trying to trespass me?
Because they don't want you on their property.
I don't care
said,
what they want.
Let me finish talking. Jeez. You keep asking me questions and you don't let me finish the answers.
You're so rude. No wonder America hates you guys.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Nice try.
Have you seen the internet?
Oh, I've seen plenty of the internet. And I've seen
Well, it's
plenty-
50-50, but it should be 100. You should be on our side, but you're not. should. You see that right there? It would be my holder for my phone, but it was broken yesterday by, some employees. They didn't like me standing right here too. So,
You should have called us about that.
I mean,
We could have dealt with that now.
hey, so you can't do anything about it now? Even though it's on video? There's nothing you can do, right? Gosh darn it. Shucks. Only if we had a detective here. Figured that out. So there's nothing you can do about it. The assault charge that happened. Is it too long since it's just yesterday?
It's a misdemeanor offense that did not occur in my presence. You, however, can go get a warrant on that if you decide to.
That's all you had to say. Okay.
At this moment, public photography disengaged from the idiot cop and took a walk, and nearly 20 minutes after his request for a supervisor, one finally came. But after dealing with the first cop, the true question is going to be, is this cop as dumb as the first? And is that even humanly possible?
Hello.
What's going on?
Hanging out.
Okay. That's it?
That is it.
So you said that you asked for me, though.
Well, no, I think we squashed that, right? You don't need my ID now, right?
I would still like to formally trespass.
Are you demanding it?
Business, yes.
What crime have I committed?
The ID was a dead issue, the supervisor's here, and all is about to be well. But at the mere mention of ID, this cop just can't resist the itch.
Is he?
So hold on.
He's demanding my ID, though.
The call that we got was from the business owner.
Okay.
And I don't know because I just got here. Were you on their property?
I don't
Or were
answer
you here?
questions.
Not today.
Do what?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Then you're all free to
But-
leave.
Okay.
And you're free to leave.
Okay.
Right?
He already said that.
Do what?
He already said that to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you don't need me free.
Not now. I mean, I didn't want him to, like, if I walked up the street, like, call you and say he's running or
Right.
Anything like that.
That's fine.
The second pair of eyes is always, good.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, as long as you're freely moving up and down the sidewalk.
Yeah. And I can assure you, I have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
You're free to go.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, can I ask one more question? I'm sorry. So to do a police report, after the fact, can I go downtown or can I just approach a police officer and then they can take the notes or anything? Well, how does that work?
What kind of report are you trying to make?
Well, I mean, like a police report, like a crime was committed.
Yeah.
Just say, like, not right here, obviously. So we need to go file a police report. Does someone need to go to the police station, or can they just walk up to the first police officer they see and say, hey, I witnessed a crime.
I can do a report for you. That's no problem.
Okay.
What kind of report can I make for you?
Be an assault charge and damage to property, I guess. I don't know how.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta have your ID for that, though, or at least your name.
You need to ID me to do a police report?
I gotta know who's making the report.
Well, can we at least get through the steps of, I guess, to figure out if it's an assault or not?
Sure, tell me what happened.
Right. Well, I'm standing actually right over there. There's a storm drain. Hopefully it's owned by the city. Hopefully they don't own that, which I'm not standing in it, but I'm standing behind it. Well, I was here yesterday, not on their property, as he said, and they came out within just a few minutes, two of them. I got their names off the website, John Overton, and then...
You talking about for Born This Way?
Yes, Born This Way, the tattoo place, which I'm talking about the place that called you guys. Well, within just a few minutes, one of them knocks the camera out of my hand. I have it in a holder so I can hold it, but it's broken.
Okay.
So, I mean, he smacked my hand and the camera, and then obviously these separated. This hit the ground, broke. Obviously the phone slid, 10 feet.
Okay.
And then I went and picked it up. So, in your opinion, assault, or should I just, let that go? Forget about it.
I'm not going to give you my opinion. I'm going to tell you the facts.
Okay.
What you just told me. It sounds like, yes, that you were assaulted if it actually hit your hand.
Oh, yeah.
And then, obviously, a vandalism for breaking your cell phone phone.
Okay.
But in order for me to make a report, I have to have your information so that I can go through the victim. So then I'll go in and get their information and their side of the story.
Gotcha.
That's how the report works.
Okay.
So would you like for me to make that?
No, I was just looking for the information.
Okay.
Yeah, information.
So then you have two options at this point. Because it's an assault, you would have to go to the police department and make that in person. We do have a phone number that you can call to make a report over the phone. They will not take assault reports over the phone.
Okay, so just go in.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Forrest Gump said Mama always said that stupid is as stupid does. Therefore, if a cop does something stupid, he is stupid. Mama also always said that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which dirty cop's gonna roll up on you. Is that what Mama said? Regardless of what Mama said, this video is a banger. Make sure you check out Public Photography and let them know Accountability for All sent you. Their video link and channel description will be in the description of this one. It's always important to make sure that you stay educated. The Constitution will stand the test of time as these dirty cops come and go. So make sure you protect yourself, pull out your camera, and always stand your ground. And that's the reason I stopped you today. And the past 4 years, I've done as much as I can with a camera until I finally decided that enough was enough. So I decided to create change from the inside out. Not just from within myself, but from within the government. I decided to run for office, and someone told me, well, as far as your candidacy goes, we've been in town a long time, and the people here have been here a long time, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. The town is in the red. The committees and boards are not only being lied to, information's being withheld from them. And a superintendent that makes more money than the governor of this state is insulating his pockets, and to do that, he's selling off pieces of our school to private interest groups. And people would say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The system is broke, but it would take a real sheep to look at something obliterated and try and call it anything else but broke. Well, something else is broke. Our trust in the government, our trust in accountability, and our belief that a government of the people, for the people, and by the people will represent our interests. How can they care about our interests? They're only concerned with special interests. And your opinion is the last thing that interests them. The small town of Townsend, Massachusetts that I live in is much like any other town or city in these United States of America. The politicians would like you to think that you're turning a blind eye, but you're not. They're doing a great job at keeping your eyes closed. Because how can you make decisions on things that you don't even know about? People would be so quick to complain about the government, but they don't show up at the polls to cast a vote to change it. We need to vote. We need to be involved. If the government refuses accountability, we have to put them in a position where they don't have a choice. We have to remind them that they serve us, we the people. It takes a village, and I'm tired of the wolves walking around in mine. And we can beat these guys. These guys refers to politicians, anyone who has a disdain for our constitutional and alienable rights. We can beat them with this. We can beat them with this. And we can beat them with this, our voice. My name is Josh Abrams, and I come from a small town just like Townsend. And I still believe that in a small town, you can dream big. And you need to have a government that represents you. A government for the people and a government by the people that represents your interests and not special interests. Right now we have a superintendent whose collective budget and 8 secretaries amass over $1.5 million. In fact, he makes more than the current governor of Massachusetts. And that salary is being used to insulate his position and make it stronger. Why Townsend residents, students, and parents get weaker by selling off portions of our public school systems to private companies and interest groups. I have one interest: we the people in this town of Townsend. That's why I'm running Select Board, to serve you the people of Townsend. Hello.
Hi, Josh.
So we meet again for the
Yes.
first time, though.
Yeah, okay. Board of Selectmen, you have to write out your name.
Okay, so I'm candidate here.
Yep.
Is there my full name?
Yep.
All right, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
you're welcome, my friend. If
Appreciate
you have
it.
any questions, give us a call.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Will do.
Have our
Thanks
number.
very much.
All right, you're
Take
welcome.
care.
See you later. Good luck.
Bye.
Thank you. Last year in Townsend, only 1% of the population voted for what was going on in their neck of the woods and who would be representing them. I think that it's everyone's duty to get out and vote for the change that you seek with the people that you need. And that's the reason I stopped you today. My name's Josh Abrams, owner and operator of YouTube's Accountability for All, civil rights activist, First Amendment auditor, and Board of Selectmen hopeful. And I approve this message.